face. Lava will burn. And the help comes in the form of me falling to the ground. Nope, that's not right.
Yum.
Greetings, and welcome to SherbertCraft. This episode, we're going to set up a storage system and finish up that iron farm. But first, I'd like to apologize for taking so long to upload this second video. I've learned a lot since the first episode, and I'm pretty sure that I have the video and audio about where they should be now. I'm still working on the sound design, and toward the end of recording, I think I've got about dialed in. I also had been recording everything I was doing while playing the game, and had way too much content to sift through. But moving forward, I've learned several tricks to prevent that problem from happening. Anyway, that's enough of my growing pains with content creation. Let's move on. Oh, I did want to mention that these first few episodes of SherbertCraft, I kind of view as a beta season. I plan on trying to be more consistent with my uploads in what I consider season 1, which will be after the Caves and Cliffs update comes out. And I think that's coming up pretty close. I do want to personally thank all the people that have subscribed and viewed the videos that I've made so far. I think I know pretty much each one of you personally, and I really love seeing your positive responses. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like and leave a comment letting me know what you appreciated and what you have done without, because I've got a lot of editing power. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's get to play working.
Yum.
Alright, so first things first, here's my base. It started off as a group base, but no one else was really using it, and I took a lot of pride in how I built it. Like, everyone else was digging for diamonds, and I just spent a lot of time planting a bunch of trees and harvesting them so they can make a custom designed house. And I was really proud of it, but everyone else was getting diamonds while I was just decorating.
So now I'm going to move into this base and then get that iron farm built.
Oh, hello, puppy. Are you named Tag 2? No, you're not. You don't even have a name.
Is it a cat?
No, it's a dog.
I'm gonna name your dog.
Oh, you're gonna name my dog?
Yeah, is it at the, where is it?
It's at the old spawn house.
Okay.
Do I have a decent amount of storage room in here? I really don't. Creeper, no creepy. What would look good to do a giant sorter system to store stuff? Maybe we just make it underground.
First thing I need to do is set up a beacon. It was at that exact moment that the so-called professor realized he was a few blocks short of a beacon. Oops, I guess I'll have to go trade for some more emeralds. As well as a couple beacons short of a beacon. Oh, come on! There, alright. Now let's get a storage area built.
So I'm going to make a simple elevator using water. I'm going to hit F3. You see right here, it says we're at level 65. So we need to go down 55 levels to be at level 10. Because that's my preferred level to mine. That's just my preference. I thought that was cobblestone for a second. I'm like, is there a spawner right here? Because it'd be a great opportunity to make a XP farm right under my base. But no. 11, 10. Alright, now, to make this a two-way thing, all you need to do is on this side, and that one, simply place a sign there, and there. So here's a trick to be fast with placing the blocks down. Put it in your offhand. If you didn't know, you can hit F to switch offhand with whatever's on your hotbar. So, you put it in your offhand, so that when you mine, if you suddenly go, yeep, I need to place a block, you can right-click. So left will mine, and right-click will place. And lava will burn.
And now it's time for random things I've said out of context.
Children are covered in vaccines.
This has been Random Things Sherbert has said, taken out of context. Well, I was recording a bunch of footage about me clearing out the whole area and putting a storage system, but I have lost that footage. So we'll just move on past the fact that I now have a storage system at the bottom of that water elevator. And let's get going on the iron farm. Alright, so we're going to start our iron farm. Now, I like this particular iron farm because it's a lot easier to make in survival mode. And it's not an eyesore. A lot of iron farms that I see just look ugly. And so is this a super iron farm that'll drop a whole bunch of iron? Like, 10,000 per hour and all that? No, it's not. But it does work consistently. The reason why I'm building this one as opposed to the one that's in my industrial district is this is in the spawn area. So anytime anyone is online, the iron farm will be working. That's why I'm doing this one here. This design I first found by a YouTuber named Scousey, and I'll put a link in the description below to his video on how he made his. I did make some tweaks to it. All right, so how does this thing work? Well, like every iron farm now, we've got some villagers here, and they are terrified. So what we have is a system set up that allows villagers to sleep, and then it scares them with a zombie, and they call for help. And the help comes in the form of me falling to the ground. Nope, that's not right. What it answers is an iron golem. So they do have some other requirements. For instance, they need to sleep and they need to work. It's villagers asleep and they have their workstations right there so they can get their jobs done during the day, of course. So we put in these pistons to put down the blocks, and so they think they're safe. There's no zombies, nothing to worry about. They can do their work, they can sleep, everything's hunky-dory until the pistons come up and they get scared like this. Well, that was good timing. And see, they get scared and panic and they call for help. As you can see over here, they called for help. By making everything unspawnable, basically the only place that the iron golem can spawn is in this little water flow area. And of course, because the iron golem is 3 blocks tall, we put in this little bit of lava on top of signs, which even though they're wood, they don't burn. Basically, the iron golem comes down, his head gets caught on fire, and then when he dies, we hoppers down right there that will catch the iron and poppies that the iron golem drops. And all we do to get those pistons to work is what's called an etho clock, which is basically just items going back and forth to these hoppers, comparators measuring those, and occasionally it'll switch over this block, turns on the redstone, which powers the pistons. And so the pistons are down right now. So there it is, a fully built iron farm. Let's make sure it's working. As you can see, if we check this chest, we're getting poppies and lots of iron. Now I know what you may be thinking. You know what, Sherbert? You said that you didn't like other iron farms because they were ugly. And this does not look that much more pretty. Well, first of all, I got to take that down the scaffolding. But second of all, that's because I haven't actually done the build. All I've done is made the iron farm working. So I will be making this into a more beautiful design, hopefully. That being said, I know we're getting really close to 1.17 coming out. I hope that they're going to tell us a date soon. And then, we're going to make a whole new world. But for now, at least we got the iron farm working and functional. Now, I'm going to take a break from play working because Zoan has informed me that she has been making a walking tour of her base. And she's been working really hard on that base. So let's go check it out. All right, welcome to Zoan's beautiful oasis. And before we head in, I'd like to take a second and appreciate the work that went into making this area around her base look so dangerous. Ah! Okay, there's also a dead dragon. It's so cool. Anyway, so the area looks so good. I mean, all the burnt houses and the nether forest and the magma cubes. Like, it not only looks dangerous, it actually is dangerous. Like, look, there's pools of lava to fall in. And all of this, of course, had to be hand placed. So it's just really impressive. And then the detail that goes into this broken down wall. It looks so good. All right, but we're here for a thing. We're here for the walking tour. So Jungle's Gate walking tour book. A walking tour of Jungle's Gate. Please return the book to the lectern when you've finished your tour. Thank you. Okay, note to self. Don't forget that. On first approach to Jungle's Gate, notice the heads on spikes. These are all fake heads and made to scare off invaders. Due to time and lack of means, the outer walls of the Jungle's Gate has corroded over time. The door is not original to the entrance, but was added later to keep mobs out. You are at the first tower. On your left, you will find Zoan's workshop. Please do not take any souvenirs. They will be provided to you at the end of the tour. This is the first tower built at Jungle's Gate. Due to its age, you can see that a tree started growing out of the top. This is the lightning tree. One day, during a thunderstorm, it was struck with lightning and nearly burned down. But with Zoan's quick thinking, much of the tree was saved. As you make your way down the stairs, you will see a set of stairs that lead to the catwalk around the wall. At the end of the tour, feel free to explore the wall, but be careful. The catwalk itself is old and unsafe. At the bottom of the dark oak stairs, you will see a beautiful fountain in front of you. The fountain is relatively new to Jungle's Gate. It was commissioned after Castle Zoan was built to make the village seem richer. If you will turn to your left on the path, you will continue the tour. On your left is the only original building from the village where Zoan settled. It is called the Love Shack, and inside are the only 2 remaining villagers from the original settlement. Feel free to drop in and just say hi to Just in Time and Hammer Time. On your right, you will see Randall Park, a perfect place to relax and have a little picnic. You should now be approaching the second tower. This is the village trading tower, and it's the tallest of the 4 towers. The villagers in this tower had to be rebred twice due to pillager attacks. Fun fact, one of the pillager attacks happened during that same storm that burned the lightning tree. Feel free to tour the village trading tower before continuing the tour. As you leave the village trading tower, please head left around Randall Park and back to the main road. At the main road, you should be facing the Steve Free Fountain. Feel free to take an up-close look at it now. Opposite the Steve Free Fountain is hut number 1. This hut was modeled after a guest quarters at San Simeon. In fact, much of the Jungle's Gate, Castle Zoan, and Windtoon were inspired by the homes and properties of William Randolph Hearst. Heading away from hut number 1, you should come to a crossroad of sorts. This is where the pavilion, where Zoan sleeps most nights. You are also welcome to take a nap here if your tour happens to take longer than expected. This is one of the earliest sections of Jungle's Gate to be built. The only thing older is the walls themselves. From here you can get to the Jungle's Gate Museum, which has its own tour book. You can head to the Castle Zoan, the other 2 towers, or even Windtoon. To go to Castle Zoan, take a right from the pavilion. On your left is the Warped Willow, one of Zoan's first custom trees. Notice the entrance to Castle Zoan in front of you. This entrance is relatively new because the residents of Castle Zoan didn't feel the entrance was grand enough. As you head into the tunnel, notice the whimsy and perspectives. Zoan was quite proud of this little tunnel, and at the time considered one of the best things she ever built. You should now be in the Castle Zoan courtyard. This castle was built to house the richer residents and guests of Jungle's Gate. The tiled floor was inspired by Cubfan's pyramid, and the staircase was inspired by San Simeon. At the top of the stairs there are 6 bedrooms, each with their own theme. They also have artificial nature dioramas in the windows to hide the devastation of the outside world. Feel free to explore these rooms. And straight down the center will lead you to the in-ground pool. This pool was based on the Roman pool at San Simeon. When you are done marveling at Castle Zoan, please return to the pavilion for your next part of the tour. If you head west along the main road, you'll be brought to Hut 2 on your left. This tiny home was designed after hut number 1 and has only recently been completed. On your right, you'll see the pet cemetery where Zoan buries her dead pets, most of them killed accidentally by Zoan. At the crossroads, you can head left to Tower 3 or right to Tower 4. Tower 3 has seen many different remodels over time. Zoan was unsure what to do with the tower, and it was only recently that its full function was realized. The bottom floor contains a portal to the Nether proper and is right next to the bastion. Don't think you can raid it though. Zoan has gutted it like a fish. The latest remodel of the portal room is what inspired the new entrance to Castle Zoan. If you head upstairs, you will see one of the rooms Zoan is most proud of. If you have managed to find your way in, you should be in the enchanting room. This is the most recent of Zoan's builds and was inspired on a whim after Sherbert forgot you could use enchanting books with anvils. Feel free to look around. Tower 4 was burnt down in a fit of laziness. There isn't much to it yet. If you head out of the western gate, you will come to a lovely wild patch of landscaping that ends at a bridge. On the other side of that bridge is Windtoon, based on Windtoon, William Randolph Hearst's summer home. This build has 2 main components, the gatehouse, made of bricks, and the main house. Unfortunately, the main lodge at Windtoon is collapsed on one side, so please use caution as you explore. There is an upstairs to the gatehouse. It has been used primarily as a workshop. Once in the gatehouse, turn right to enter Windtoon proper. The main yard has become overgrown due to neglect. If you enter the main hunting lodge, you will see another of Zoan's proudest builds. The main room of the lodge has campfires hanging from chains. Zoan felt that this was a big brain moment and something you might one day see on SherbertCraft. Feel free to explore the lodge, but use caution. Many parts may be unsafe. This concludes the tour. In the upstairs room of the Windtoon, you'll find the gift shop. We hope you enjoyed the walking tour of Jungle's Gate. Don't forget to return the books through the lectern. Well, that was such a beautiful build, and you could tell that she put in so much work to this. Also, check out all these different souvenirs Zoan made. So I want to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed yourself, please consider liking and hitting subscribe. If you want to hang out, I've been streaming a variety of games on Sunday and Tuesday nights, so make sure to hit that bell to see when I do go live. I usually play Among Us Tuesday nights. We use the Town of Us mod with a whole bunch of different roles. It's a whole lot of fun, and if you tell me to do something in the chat, I will totally do it. You see someone vent, and you tell me that I have to vouch for them in the next round, I will do it. So get creative and have some fun with that. I'll see you Tuesday night. But until next time, please play responsibly.
Yum.